Friends, listen to this very carefully and understand that if you have become such a person that as soon as you wake up in the morning, you attack your phone after using the phone for 2 or 4 hours, you feel hungry, then you eat, and after eating, you start feeling lazy again, you go to sleep, and when you wake up, you start scrolling the reels again, and if some attention-hungry girl shows you her body on the reels, you're unable to stop yourself and start scrolling. You waste the whole day. Listen to me, don't consider this video as a normal self-improvement video because I am not here just to make a video. I am a 21-year-old boy who is facing all these things every day, but the best thing is that I have found the solution to all these problems. So watch this video completely because this video will solve your 99% problems. Point number 1. Have you ever noticed this thing that whenever you are scrolling at Instagram as zombies, when you stop scrolling, you feel sad, feel that you are wasting your time? Same as when we see any girl on Instagram, we do not stop yourself and then masturbate. Even after masturbating, we feel sad that I am doing something wrong, and similarly, when you are postponing your work, you are running away from the work which you have to do. At the end of the day, when that work is not done, we feel bad that I have wasted today's day. One thing is common in all these 3 things, that after doing all this we feel sad, which wants to tell us something, the sadness. It is like an alarm. It is telling us that we are not living right. Now understand carefully. Sadness always gives us an alert that, brother, you are not living right. But as soon as we feel this sadness, we feel that if we feel sad, if it is happening, then we want happiness, and we immediately start doing those things which give us happiness. What I have just said, I do not know whether you have caught it or not, so I will say it again. Whenever you feel sad, you feel that I am feeling sad because I do not have happiness. That is why you start doing things which give you happiness. But the truth is that you have not removed the sadness. You have only brought happiness, and as soon as the intoxication of happiness subsides, slows down, becomes intoxicated, sadness comes back because sadness had never gone. You just put a blanket of happiness over that sadness. This is very important. That's why I understand this with an example. You masturbate only when you are free. You don't have any work to do. There's nothing exciting. You are sad from inside, and at the time you are facing this sadness, where the body dominates you and immediately starts giving you here and there thoughts, and you start feeling that maybe this is the thing by doing which the pain inside me will go away. But it does not happen, because doing that, if sadness comes back later, then we can say that you are only running after happiness instead of getting rid of your sadness, meaning that you are taking the help of happiness to forget your sadness. And whenever we resort to something that makes us forget our reality, we call it addiction. We have been told that addiction is only caused by alcohol and cigarettes, but this is not true. Everything that helps us forget reality. What helps us can be called drug addiction, and it is not necessary that addiction should be only due to alcohol and cigarettes. Even if we are not intoxicated with alcohol and cigarettes, we will still be called drug addicts if we use our drugs to escape from our reality. To hide the sadness, people are resorting to Instagram's masturbation, girlfriend's food, sleeping. Then from this, we come to know that if a person is completely immersed in something to get happiness, then that person is suppressing one's senses by taking drugs, hiding one's inner sadness. You must have noticed at some point of time those people who eat too much, sleep too much, or use their phones too much. All these are drug addicts. So now this question will come in our mind, that if a person is getting happiness by doing all these things, then what is the problem? If a person is happy while being drunk, then let him be. What is the problem? Then the answer is that whatever. Man is getting happiness by doing all these things. He is actually putting a veil of happiness over that sadness to forget his sorrow. He is putting a veil of intoxication, and the truth is that our natural state is of consciousness, no matter how unconscious we remain. Love, you will regain consciousness, and whenever you regain consciousness, there will be sadness, because sadness never went away. It was just a curtain of intoxication placed over it. So if you think that music should remain, you are just placing a curtain of intoxication over it. I'm saying this again and again so that this thing settles completely in your mind. Understand this very well, that you are sad, you are worried. But to escape from that sadness, you are taking drugs again and again. That is why that sorrow is not going away from your life. If you have understood this well, then we can move forward towards the solution of this problem. Look at point number 2. We have already come to know that we are lying intoxicated. We are getting only sorrow, and even if we are getting happiness, it is only till the intoxication is there. As soon as the intoxication is over, the sorrow will come back, and then to escape from that sorrow, we will have to get intoxicated with happiness again. In this way, the whole life will be spent in happiness and sadness. We are so afraid of sadness that as soon as sadness comes, we immediately start intoxicating with happiness. If we want freedom from sorrow, then first of all, we have to stop being afraid of sorrow. As soon as we stop being afraid of sorrow, we will stop running after happiness and addiction, and this is what we have to do. Understand this with an example. Imagine, there is a pressure cooker and pulse is being cooked. As soon as the pressure builds up in that cooker, you blow the whistle of that cooker and all the pressure in that cooker is released, and because of this, the pulses inside that cooker is not cooked. The pressure cooker that indicates you, the pressure that is being created inside it, is the sadness inside you, and the pressure you release by whistling is the intoxication that you make to forget all the sorrows. Then the first step is to stop doing all those things due to which the pressure is being released. Remove all the drugs from your life. Porn, masturbation, games, girlfriends, stop all the drugs. There are some people who also get addicted to their girlfriends. They talk for hours, and when the talking ends, then they get addicted to imagination that I will go here with her. I will go there, I will do this, I will do that. Stop everything. When you stop doing all this, then it will start from here, the real game. Point number 3 is that I don't know how many calls I get in which boys say to me that, brother, I can't do anything. No motivation in this world can motivate me. I remain lazy all day long, and by nightfall I start having thoughts of dying. I have to say to all the people who talk to me like this, or to all the people who are stuck in this kind of situation, the day your backyard is on fire, that day there will be no need for any motivation, but the problem is that whenever there is a fire, you jump into the water. All these drugs that I have been talking about for so long, all of them cool down your fire, and when the intoxication you have had wears off, then sadness comes again to increase that fire, but you jump into the water again. Now listen to me carefully. I will tell you what happens when you extinguish the fire inside you. Just as a drug addict suffers when he does not get drugs, you too will suffer in the same way. You too will feel the same restlessness. You will start crying. Every second will seem like an hour. When you will stop all the drugs, but remember, this yearning will turn into fire after a while. This yearning will give you the power to change your whole life. After a while, strength will start filling inside you. You will start thinking that I cannot live like this. I don't know where to go, but where I am is not right. I don't know what to do, but what I'm doing is not right. I just need to get out of all this because lying here, I am feeling very sad while staying here. Understand this with an example. Imagine that you are locked in a room from which you have to get out, but you have to find the way out, and a wine bottle is also kept in front of you. It has happened, and now you have two ways. Way number 1 is either you drink that wine bottle and become unconscious. After some time, the whole house will catch fire and you will die. Yes, there will be some pain, but there will be no effort to get out of the room. You will have to do it. The work will be done on the spot, or else way number 2 is that there's a fire in the room and you immediately break that wine bottle so that your option of getting drunk is gone. Now you cannot become unconscious in the heat of the fire. It will force you to find a way out of that room. At that time, the only thing that will come to your mind is that it is better to die searching for a way than to lie in agony and die. Either you will get freedom or death that I can be your proud. Point number 4, understand one thing very carefully. If you have not realized that the thing you are considering as happiness is not really happiness, it is just an addiction, then forget that you are going to get any benefit from all these things. If you haven't got it released yet, first understand that there are 2 types of happiness. The first kind of happiness is those which are easily obtained. This is the same happiness in which all the boys of our age are trapped, like food, sleep, reels, masturbation, porn. All these are those happiness which we do not have to work very hard to get, and other types of happiness are those which we have to work very hard to get, like house, car, money, status, and respect. All these are the happiness which we have to get. We have to work very hard for this. Now from here onwards, the talk is going to be very interesting. That is why listen carefully. These are the small and easy pleasures. After experiencing them, we come to know that even getting them, the sadness inside us is not going away, but the boys of our age are not aware of these big pleasures. They think that by enjoying these big pleasures, the sadness inside them will go away. Now this question will come in your mind, that how do you know that even if we get these big happiness, then the sadness inside us will not go away? Then I would say that I know, because I have observed myself very carefully. When I was in 10th class, I was yearning to get a mobile phone. When I got the mobile phone, after a month, it became a box for me. When a new car came to the house, it felt like we too had become car owners. But after a month, that car also became a box for me. The same thing happened with the bike. In the beginning, it seemed that what a thing I have got, but now that bike might be gathering dust, so it doesn't matter. Now don't take my words wrong. Understand that I am not saying that all these things are not necessary, or that all these things should not be there. I am saying that if you have bought all these things because it will take away the pain from your mind, and it is so. Otherwise, you are just getting intoxicated by buying all those things which will subside after some time, and the sorrow which was always there will come back. So whether it is a small pleasure or a big pleasure, enjoy both the pleasures. The pain inside you is not going to go away because you never pay attention to the pain. You just hide the pain by bringing happiness. So keep this in your mind, that there are 3 types of people in this world. First, that we call these people who keep on suffering after getting intoxicated with small pleasures. We call them vengeful people. On the other hand, those who get intoxicated with small pleasures and realize that they are not getting anything, then they become big people. They start running after pleasures because they feel that they will get something there. We call these people Rajasic people, and the third type of people are those whom we call Sattvic. These people know that by enjoying pleasures, they will definitely get something. Whether it is small happiness or big happiness, first of all, I should come out of the addiction. And then I should see, what is the real reason of my sorrows? Then now the question comes that what should we do after all? Then we know this, that no matter what we bring from outside, our inner sorrow is not going to go away. Now we will just go within ourselves. We will see what are the shortcomings within us. We will see where we are stuck, and now we will make a revolution against ourselves. We will do that thing which has the power to liberate us from our suffering. We will come out of all the bondages of the body in which we are trapped. We will come out of all the bondages of the mind in which we are trapped, because now we'll be able to remove the suffering. For happiness, we will not go within ourselves. We will not come out of our bondages because we are passionate about it. I am telling that we have been programmed. Whatever decision we take, it either comes from the body, either from the society, or by chance. You tell me, if our programming is done, then how will any of our decisions be independent? It is neither about interest, more about hobby, nor about passion, nor about what I have to do. The matter is about whether I am getting freedom from sorrow or not, whether I am constantly becoming new or not. I cannot remain old because there is sorrow in remaining old. If you understand my point well, then you will also understand this. Even if you get death, then take it, but fight, otherwise you will suffer all your life. We too will have to fight, not because we want to get something, but so because we are not happy at all by living the way we are. We do not know at all where our destination is, but we know that where we are standing is not our destination. But now just pay attention to this thing. It has come to be known that as long as the pain inside us remains intact, no one will be able to stop us from working. No one will be able to stop us from moving forward. But this is where we get stuck, because there is someone who can reduce this pain inside us. There will be someone who will come and stop us. He will say, let it be, friend, go to sleep or turn it on. We will have some fun. Let's go watch a movie. Let's just call our friends, sit with them, and have fun. And if you accept all these things, then no one will be able to save you. That is why what I am going to say now is very important. Point number 5. What do you think if you follow all these things that I have told you? Then your life will change. All your problems will be solved. It is not so easy, brother. Any movie becomes a hit only when the villain is more powerful than the hero. And if you too are considering yourself the hero of your life after listening to all these things of mine, then remember that the villain of your life is 10 times more powerful than you. Spider-Man will be powerful. He is the most like superhero of this world, and his reason is only one, because he has more problems in his life than his capacity. The villain in his life is much more powerful than him, but the matter does not end here. He knows that the person in front of him is stronger than him, but still he fights because he cannot accept defeat and will suffer a lot. If he stops after seeing the strength of the opponent, then that is why he fights with full force, and while fighting, something amazing happens, that he wins, and both of us and our hero also feel realized that we are able to fight in our own way. We are much bigger than you think. We have already talked about the hero whom we inspire, but now let us come to our life. I declared the villain point of my life in number 1 itself, which was intoxication, but now we give it another name, which is Maya. Maya and intoxication are the same thing, because both of them keep telling us that the thing we are seeing and the thing we have achieved is true. That is the thing by attaining which we will get what we want, but when the veil of intoxication of Maya is removed, then we come to know that it was not true but a lie. So now we understand the whole thing with an example. So accept that you are that person who is trying to hide the sorrow of his dirty life using Instagram or masturbation. Now you have felt that the things which I am doing, using phone all day, do masturbate when leaving phone, these all are Maya and intoxication, which I am doing to escape from the real world. Now you promise that no all has happened. I am suffering a lot in the cycle of addiction, and as a cause of sorrow, I am going towards the addiction. Then at first, when you stop intoxication, the real world has faced to you. The same life which has no fun at all, which has no dopamine at all. Now understand from here what you have to do. When you stop drugs, all the sorrows came in front of you. Now you keep on bearing the sorrows. You are living in by understanding the sorrow. You are becoming free from that sorrow, no matter how much pain you are feeling in this process. But when you are moving forward, then the villain is sitting inside you. He will say, what are you doing? Why don't you do what you feel like doing after all? Who is there to stop you? What will happen if you work so hard? Who knows whether you will get anything or not? At least scrolling Instagram, doing masturbation, getting lost talking to your girlfriend for hours, you are getting happiness. You just think about the happiness. Again, come back and get addicted to the intoxication. Maya will call you to say all these things, but the answer of you to the Maya like as, you have to say, yes, you are right. How much I draw into you, the much I gain happiness. But the much happiness I get, more than too much sorrow I get, and I can't bear that pain. You were saying that what will I get by going away from you? There is no guarantee of getting anything. You're right, who knows, I may get something. Or it is okay if I don't get anything, it doesn't matter if I don't get anything. I know that by showing fear of not getting anything, you want to keep me with you. Now these tricks of yours will not work on me. I don't want to stay with you because of that. No matter how much suffering I have to face, I will cry while walking to the post of struggle. But at least I will be proud of myself that I am not lying there where I was suffering. I have understood this very well, that if I am feeling sad, it does not mean that I want happiness. It means that if I am feeling sad, then I want freedom from sadness. This is the only answer that you have to give to Maya, and whenever you give this answer, if you give in to Maya, then Maya will defeat you. Take this pledge today itself that I will no longer bear sorrow due to the greed of fake happiness. If I have to bear sorrow, then bear that sorrow, which by bearing it will give me freedom from sorrow. Every morning I will wake up right from the alarm clock. This thought should come in your mind that if I don't get up today, I will stay where I don't want to be. I will get up today and do the work throughout the day which really makes my life good, makes my mind strong, makes my body strong. But again, I will say the same thing, that even after giving so much clarity, if you are not able to work, then it does not matter. Just do this and do not go back to drugs, because when you do not work, the hero inside you will say that why are you not working? What kind of life are you living? Then the animal inside you will want to silence it. And the only way to silence is to take drugs, and again the same life which you have been living till date will start, and all the sorrows you are feeling. It is happening because there are many bondages inside your mind, there are many bondages inside your body. Instead of solving all those problems, if you are intoxicated, then nothing can happen to you. If you feel like crying, then cry. If you're not a craving, then take a craving, but don't get intoxicated. I just want to say this to you, friends. In this video, I have told you the solution to all those problems, even which you are not able to change your life. In the upcoming videos, I will also tell you that when we eliminate all the distractions, what do we do with the free time we have? Until then, forge your own path, make mistakes, and learn so that when I bring the next video, you can relate to what I'm saying. It may take some time for the videos to arrive. If you like this video, and you do like this video, and subscribe to this channel,